Best 3 out of 5 game match. Each game of 15 points. You must win by 2. You can only score when you serve, and you cannot touch the net at any time as Misty May stuffs the first ball straight down.
And that's something Long Beach needs to do to win tonight. Big blocking team. Penn State has led the nation in blocking behind Nebraska, and Long Beach doing it for them.
Lindsay Anderson blocked. Here comes Cacciamani, and she puts it away. We can tell you game 1 is critical. Both Long Beach and Penn State are 34-0 when they win game 1. Penn State, when it loses game 1, is still 1-0.
And in fact, Chris, when you talk about game 1 importance, Long Beach has not lost a game since October 2nd. So game 1 crucial for Penn State, who lost a game against Nebraska, so they know how to come back. I think Long Beach won't know quite what to do if it loses the first game.
1-1 in the early going. Penn State in the dark or blue uniforms. Long Beach in white. Set to serve it. Number 8, Anja Grabovac, the junior from Croatia. Free ball, 49ers on the attack. May shoots left, Alvarado.
And that is what you cannot do. With a tough Long Beach serve, they forced Penn State off the net, made the offense predictable. On the other hand, Long Beach's offense going right to the net. You can't block them that way.
So far, Penn State passing poorly. Grabovac shoots it up there out of the back line. Here comes Kiroff, and she puts it away. So the 49ers humming early at 3-1.
Christy Kiroff, I think one of the best back row attackers in the game. She has a phenomenal leap, and that time uses the little short roll shot. Lots of deception.
Bremner looking for a kill, and she gets it. Lauren Cacciamani, a veteran, a first-team All-American, one of the great players in the country, and a future national teamer.
And she has been the go-to player all 5 games of this NCAA tournament.
May shoots left, Alvarado again. Alvarado has been playing brilliantly in the semifinal match. She hit .476 with 12 kills, only 2 errors. One of the big keys as Veronica Walls checks in, the junior from Austin, Texas. Good hitter blocker in the front line for Kiroff. Penn State passing poorly so far, and they're having trouble terminating as Long Beach gets another point.
Long Beach's strategy coming in is obviously to serve Christy Cochran, the senior outside hitter who likes to touch a lot of balls, but what Long Beach is trying to do is wear her out so she's not as effective in the front row.
Slam dink, retrieve, Dillard, back over the net. Transition, fast break, here they come. Walls puts it away.
Penn State and Russ Rose knows that you cannot give the 49ers any type of free ball. He basically said if we have Misty on the net, we might as well just let them serve and get in serve-receive position.
On the jam, Banaisha Dillard. The second team All-American slams it down, and suddenly it's 6-1. Still no timeout from head coach Russ Rose.
Well, you know, in the semis against Nebraska, he talked quite a bit about Penn State's ability to come back from behind. He said, I didn't want to waste timeouts until we got to about the 8th point.
Substitution. T. Ibui comes in, and going out is Lauren Cacciamani. Trying to slow down the momentum. Another shank pass, and Penn State in trouble here. Shanking the ball all over the court.
Penn State right now needs to slow things down. Take a deep breath, relax. I think Russ is trying to do that with his substitution pattern, knowing that this could be a long game. He's saving his 2 allotted timeouts and trying to slow down the pace here with the subs.
I say you better take a timeout soon, or it's going to be a short game. Here comes Misty May, the second greatest server in Long Beach State history behind Antoinette White. Bremner, slam dunk. And Penn State finally gets a side out. A side out means, for you new volleyball fans, you get possession of the ball. You get the side out, you get the serve. There's a pass over the net, could be a point, and it is. So a tough serve by Penn State gets a point, and it's 7-2.
This is a strong rotation for Penn State. Schoenfeld matched up against Dillard. It's a matchup that Russ Rose wanted early.
Great pass, here comes Alvarado. She chops it inside, it's dug, going. Penn State has it up. Into the net. You would have to say the longer the rally goes, the better for Penn State. Long Beach wants to terminate.
Long Beach is a one strike and you're out type of offense. On the first contact, they want to terminate the ball. Both teams, however, very strong defensively.
Misty Dillard put the ball in play, and Brandy Barrett the junior from Spokane, Washington, who was very outspoken at the press conference yesterday, stuffs one down. So the Long Beach State 49ers have the Penn State Nittany Lions on the run at the moment. Game 1, 8-2, the Beach. Penn State. Right now, the Beach is running them. And there's Brandy Barrett, who made some disparaging remarks that were set up as bulletin board material for Penn State. Of course, a lot of controversy between these two teams in terms of who is the best team in the nation, but who's the #1 seed, the #1 ranked team. We'll get into that in a minute. So far, it's been shoddy passing by Penn State. And great playing by Long Beach State. Walls is a lefty. She tries to jam it. And Long Beach State gets the point. Speaking about Brandy Barrett, yesterday, an article in the paper, some California wine, some perceived California whining. And Brandy Barrett said that Penn State had a cream puff schedule, had a cakewalk to the final. We'll show you that when we come back. 9-2, Long Beach leading Penn State. Chris Marlowe and Heather Cox back in Madison, Wisconsin. Game 1, Long Beach State racing out to a 9-2 lead. Long Beach State will serve it up. This is Benaishi Dillard, a 6'1" senior from Kent, Washington. Penn State, good pass. Brenner sets left. And Anderson hits it into the bottom of the net.
That's Anderson's first attack, and she is the wild card. I think she is the key for the Nittany Lions. Had a poor performance in the finals against Stanford a year ago. All year long has worked to erase that memory. Actually didn't play well, though, against Nebraska in the semis.
Hit just 0-31.
Had a great defensive game, however, 21 digs, but just 7 kills, and Anderson needs to step up, get more than about 10 to 15 kills in this match.
Penn State trailing 10-2. Long Beach State now will send Jessica Alvarado back to serve. Good pass. Back set. Stuff.
So already Long Beach with 4 stuff blocks about Penn State. Penn State had not been out-blocked in the entire year heading into this national championship. Actually, were out-blocked against Nebraska for the first time all year.
Pace is very fast, and it really favors Long Beach right now. Make it 12-2.
Long Beach just such great starters. Brian Gimolaro and the entire coaching squad always have them prepared to do battle. We're back behind in the wings, stretching, warming up, came out at the very last minute. Stay away from all the distractions.
Russ Rose forced to take his second time out. It's an 11-1 run for the Niners. To the United States, Misty May dishing, the 2-time ABCA College Player of the Year. A sure bet to be on the 2000 Olympic team if she doesn't go onto the beach and start playing there. Unlimited potential. A lot of people talk about her in the same vein as Karch Karai. That's how great she is. And out of the back line, a put away for Penn State. Assess Penn State's problems so far.
It's ball control. They have gone after Christy Cochran. She's getting some good passes, but every time until that play when they've had a good pass and been able to run the offense, they've had a hitting error, which is quite uncharacteristic. Penn State has led the nation all year in hit percentage, so very tense early.
Kalna Miller, the defensive specialist, is in, and she makes a dig. Left side, Cochran off speed. Wall sets quick, Barrett. And Barrett puts it away. No, she touched the net. Let's see, Long Beach complaining.
Misty May saying it was on the blocker, but indeed Penn State with the ball. Kalna Miller with a great dig, had a career night in digs against Nebraska. Here's the great up, and there's the net, the Penn State ball.
Barrett dug. Walls on 2. Brian Gimolaro likes to have a good lefty in the front line, and Walls is that. You remember Alicia Mills from past teams. The big lefty as Christy Curl comes back in. The front line of Long Beach. And the serve of Curl. 12-3 here in game 1. May sets left, hits low. Tip coming up, chance for transition. Set in the middle, Cacciamani. Cacciamani really is the only one that's looked her normal self. Penn State has not played well in this game 1, at least so far. Alvarado, Misty May, a kill.
And a huge sign for Long Beach that they have actually won the long rallies of this first game, about 3 long rallies, and so far, Long Beach siding out on all of them. Good defensive play.
Kirov at 13-3. Off the block, play action. Back set, Barrett. Just to finish the Brandy Barrett story, she basically said some disparaging things in the press conference yesterday. Brian Gemellaro tried to get her not to say him or retract him, and it has inspired the Penn State team, although we're not seeing it right now.
Well, I think 2 things came out of that. One is it inspired Penn State. In fact, they told me that on the bus ride over here, they all passed around the paper, were laughing at it, said, what happened? It obviously didn't help them, though, and didn't motivate them enough.
If you can play like that, it doesn't matter what you say. Backing it up in game 1, Brian Gemellaro's Long Beach State 49ers. Game 1 over in a hurry. 15-3. Can Penn State and Russ Rose regroup? We'll find out right after this. Welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin. We're in the Kohl Center. A huge crowd watching 2 undefeated teams, and Long Beach State blasting Penn State in game 1.
Well, Long Beach State has the quickest offense in the country, and we saw it in game 1. Penn State's game is all about blocking. You see the big bagel there. Long Beach with 4 key blocks, forcing Penn State to hit negative in game 1. 8 hitting errors for the Nittany Lions.
One thing to keep a watch out on, Penn State passing the ball. Can they get the ball up to the net? So far, they haven't been able to. Brian Gemellaro, a brilliant trainer of women. He won the NCAA championship in '93. He had won one previously in 1989, and he has his women trained in the fundamentals as well as any coach.
Well, it's amazing to come and watch a practice. They definitely win warm-ups, win practice, win routines. Penn State, on the other hand, very loose, a reflection of Russ Rose. Likes to enjoy themselves, have fun.
Only the 5th game that Penn State has lost this year. Let's see how the Nittany Lions regroup. It's an experienced team that was here last year. Can they adjust? They'll start off with Schoenfeld, and the ball is dug up, and it stays in. Bremner back set. Long Beach on the run. Anderson out of bounds. No touch detected. Point Long Beach.
You talk about the experience of this Penn State squad. They returned 5 starters from a team a year ago that was just points away from winning the national title. The only new player, Emily Stout, in the middle.
Penn State very tentative right now as Long Beach is running them. Around the horn, and that ball drops.
And that's the matchup Russ Rose wanted. He designed this whole starting lineup for Carrie Schoenfeld to be up one-on-one against Benaishi Dillard, who's very good at the slide because she's next to the setter in a 2-hitter rotation.
2-0 is our score. Leilani Schoenfeld is one of the defensive players starting. Great dig in the backcourt by Christy Kirov. Kirov, a junior from Yorba Linda, California. Oda makes the dig. May sets left side. Alvarado with the drive.
Alvarado, a player that was absent from last year's national championships, had surgery on her hand, was not able to play until the 4th game against Stanford. She came in and made a huge difference, actually brought her team back into it.
Shank pass, Long Beach coming, and Long Beach pulls the husband and wife play. No communication.
And mark that at 0-3, a huge turnaround, big play for Penn State right now is when they need to capitalize on the miscommunication.
Shank pass, the hubby wife can do some damage psychologically, and Brian Gemellaro trying to focus his team. 3-1 now here in game 2.
Now Penn State picking up the pace. You see they're going back, they're hurrying, they're getting the ball quickly. Ketchiamani already looking for the ball to serve again. That's Long Beach's style.
Ketchiamani serving. May back set, nobody there. And Benaishi Dillard puts it away. Dillard, as we mentioned, made 2nd team All-America. Most observers thought she got robbed, including Brian Gemellaro, who said she is the best middle blocker in the country. I don't know how she got left off that 1st team.
Well, she led a team that was ranked #1 in the nation most of the year in kills per game as well.
Here comes Schoenfeld, and she has her best hit of the afternoon.
Schoenfeld has been huge in huge matches, was brilliant against Stanford in the finals, 21 kills. She really steps it up, finds the seam in that attack.
Long Beach on the attack, poked up. And what do we got? One of the Penn State players was under the net. You can step on the line on the sport court in the middle of the court, but you can't put your foot all the way under. So Benaishi Dillard will put the ball in play. And she tips the net. Who do you think has the serving advantage between these two teams?
It's a tough call because in the championship matches, you know, teams do not serve as well. Long Beach has more aces per game. They're a tougher serving team, but I think it comes down to composure and focus in such an important match.
Long Beach, May sets left side, and down the line goes Brandy Barrett. After she made those comments, it was kind of interesting. The Penn State player, she said that? Well, what number is she?
And then they said, what year is she? She must be a freshman. They were stunned to hear that she was a junior. I thought she should probably know a little better.
Good pass by Cochran. Kachimani out of the back line, and suddenly Penn State looks a lot better. Amazing what a little hubby and wife play can do. And maybe it just showed Penn State that Long Beach is human.
Right, and it settled Penn State down. They're playing within their rhythm. In game one, all they did was try and play catch-up to a very quick Long Beach squad.
Serving is Kalna Miller. 3-2 in game two, and the put away. So Barrett is off to a great start. She talked it up in the press conference yesterday, but she looks good. 3 kills and a block. Of course, the controversy all stems back to last year when Long Beach State and Penn State were vying for that #1 seed, and it was a key last year because there were 2 other great teams in the final. Long Beach stuck with playing Stanford in that semifinal, and Brian Jamar felt his team deserved better. Christy Cochran, number 11, a devoted weightlifter, puts it away. Her first kill.
And she has to be huge. In fact, Restros thinks she needs to match Veronica Wall's number for number.
Shank pass by Dillard. May and Bremner will set left. Cochran got a touch.
So now Cochran with 2 kills. Veronica Walls has 3.
And serving is Lindsay Anderson. And Penn State serving tough and taking its first lead of the afternoon.
I like the way Penn State is serving low floaters right over the top of the net, and they're really creating angles. Anderson in the right back corner serving deep to the left back side of Long Beach.
3 aces have resulted in 4 points. Ball dug up. Bonnie Bremner will play it over. 49ers on the attack. May slam dink. Misty May came into the championship weekend with 221 kills. She had 13 in a match earlier, so she can slam it and wham it.
And how impressive was she against Florida in the semis? A triple-double in just 3 games. Double digits, kills, digs, and assists.
Melissa Ota is in to serve, the sophomore from Cypress, California, and the ball spiked down the line. The one constant so far for Penn State has been great play from Lauren Kachimani. 5 kills and 2 aces, as Penn State will now substitute. Here comes the best server on the team, Leilani Schlattfeld, a sophomore from Brasilia, Brazil.
And started game 2 with a service error. She has to be a consistent server when you come in as a DS.
Right side, little tip. Oh, and Penn State with their own version of the hubby wife. A little no communication. Can you have the hubby wife in women's volleyball? I guess you can.
So. It means the same thing. Absolutely no communication, and it shows the magnitude of this match. These are mistakes you would never see these teams make in the regular season.
Sometimes you see that with the setter and the defensive specialist. Big bomb dug up. Nice play there. Long Beach State on the attack. It's 4-0, and it's shanked out of bounds. Bumped out of bounds by Misty May. You don't see that very often. Chris Marlowe and Heather Cox. Very large crowd on hand at the Kohl Center to watch the NCAA championship final between 2 undefeated teams. It has never happened in the history of the sport where 2 undefeated teams have met for the championship. Long Beach State winning game 1, 15-3. This is game 2. Penn State leading by 1, 4-3. Veronica Walls is back in the front line for Long Beach. Pretty good pass there. Bremner around the horn. Here comes Schoenfeld. Dug up, and it's going into the antenna.
And that's something that Penn State wants to do, is side out immediately. Once Misty May gets the serve, she's led all players in aces in this tournament. In fact, set a record. So if they can side out and not allow any points, they're in good shape.
Bremner short serve. Tipped over. Great play. Bremner has it up. Penn State will shovel a free ball. 49ers having a little trouble with ball control. Wall, she's blocked. May shoots deep. Kachimani is there. Right side. Anderson. Touch. Give the ball to Penn State.
And right now you are seeing a direct reflection of the article in the newspaper today. The news reports this crowd favors Penn State right now. They are not happy with the comments made by Long Beach.
Stop block. 6-3. Of course, this is a Big Ten city, so you would think that Wisconsin would be rooting for Penn State. And Long Beach will get the ball back. Moments ago, Penn State's first block of the match as Brandy Barrett checks back in. And Melissa Ota goes out. There's Barrett. Serving Benaisi Dillard. That could be a point coming up, and it is. So Dillard with the serve. And Alvarado with the kill.
And this is a great move by Rose. Bring Christy Cochran back in. She's the type of player that thrives on being in an all-six rotation, getting a lot of touches. Expect Long Beach to serve her right here.
They don't. They go to Schoenfeld, and she responds. Out of the back line, Schoenfeld. And that's it. And Penn State confused. And there seems to be some confusion, well, between a number of players. That was Emily Stout, number 1. 6'5" Penn State. Anderson hitting tentatively. She thought she got a touch. I kind of heard a little mini touch, but it wasn't enough to get anybody's attention.
It, but saw it deflect.
6-6 Long Beach. Bremner back set, and Schoenfeld is into the bottom of the net. So the 6-4 lead for Penn State given right back to Long Beach State. 49ers by 1 now, 7-6. Fast pace of this match, really going. Not much siding out, just like side out a couple times, point.
A lot of termination and a lot of offense we've seen on both sides, plus some ball control mistakes mixed in the middle.
Deep serve, they're working on Grabovats. May, quick set, yeah. Veronica Walls.
What's so impressive about Long Beach State's outside hitters is watch Walls. She is a right side player, but she's running an attack that a middle blocker would normally hit.
4 kills for Walls so far. Cochran runs under it, she hits it out. Point Long Beach, so Long Beach now on a hot streak. 13 hitting errors for Penn State as Long Beach once again has assumed control. Rose, very calm and collected, but he's an outstanding coach known for his strategy and tactics, changing lineups, moving things around, substituting. So here we go. Long Beach State is in white, Penn State is in blue. Oh, and Veronica Walls puts a hat on it as Cochran gets roofed again.
And this time, Bonnie Bremner gets the perfect pass, does a little 32 and inside set to Cochran, but Walls and Barrett read it perfectly.
9-6 Beach. Bremner out of the back line. Cacciamani cuts it back. Very interesting game 1. Long Beach led 3-0 and then had a hubby and wife play. Then 6 in a row for Penn State to get to 6-3. Then Penn State had a hubby and wife play. Long Beach has since scored 6 unanswered points. So the hubby-wife plays very, very key in game 2. Once again, the hubby-wife, no communication between two teammates. Veronica Walls, dug. Chance right here, Cacciamani. And if I'm Bonnie Bremner, I said Cacciamani every time I can.
Well, she has been the go-to player, 7 kills right now. And what's impressive about Cacciamani, so different than Long Beach's middles, in that she hits the second tempo or the slower hits.
The value of number 5, Misty May. Up high, one hand to Barrett on the handoff.
Misty May has done for the setting position what I think Magic Johnson did for the point guard position. She has completely changed the setting position. Amazing one-handed set.
Athletic Christy Kirov into serve. Bremner into Cacciamani, and that strategy paying off. Lauren Cacciamani, 5th in the nation in hitting, 3rd in blocking, and she's been big so far. 7 kills, hitting .428. Bad pass, boy. Penn State working that left corner. Bremner sets Cacciamani, it was too low.
No tips on transition.
Alvarado over to Grabovats, and that's on the line.
And that's exactly what you cannot do if you're Penn State against Long Beach. You cannot give them down balls, free balls, or tips, especially off such a great transition play. You will lose the ball.
Checking in a terrific defensive player, Melissa Ota out of Whitney High School in California. Her parents are instructors at Whittier College. There's a dig, chasing, and Alvarado's got it. Ota up high. Well, that was out. She was in the black. Here comes Cochran. And Cochran, maybe she just wanted to get a good swing at it, so she took it.
Nice huge swing. Rose says when she can use her power and use her vertical jump, she does not play like a 5'10" player.
Here comes Leilani Schlotfeld going out as Cochran. So Schlotfeld will serve. And Russ Rose counseling Cochran where to go and what to do. That ball out of bounds, and Penn State gets a point. So the Nittany Lions pull to within 1. This is game 2. Penn State got bombed in the first. Cacciamani jamming, and Penn State has tied it up. 9-9.
Is Lauren Cacciamani. I talked to her before the match, and I said, good luck, Lauren. And she said, Heather, it's not about luck, and that's it. It's all about skill.
Cacciamani, did she get a touch? You know, Cacciamani is getting a little too close to the net on some of her plays, and she's not allowing herself some swinging room.
Sometimes she cuffs herself at the net. Needs to stay a good 1.5 feet off the net. At
least at the start of the play, until you see where that overpass is coming. That's legal. It's ugly, but it's legal. Schoenfeld, that's ugly, and that's out. So Penn State, bad play. Beach gets a point, 10-9. Chris Marlowe, Heather Cox, timeout. Timeout. Russ Rose unhappy with that sequence of plays, and we're going to take a quick timeout. Long Beach leading in this match 1-0, and by a point here in game 2. 10-9 here in game 2. Critical game 2. And there's a block. Jessica Alvarado has been unbelievable. Her first block on the afternoon. Alvarado hitting .333 with 4 kills. She's been good. Good pass. Slam dink. Misty May coming. She tips deep. A little too cute that time. Miller was on it easily. Schoenfeld. Ball dug up. Alvarado scoop. And Long Beach shovels it over. Good play there. Bremner slam dink. Wow, that was a big play by Bonnie Bremner.
Huge, so instinctive. She has been playing volleyball since a very young age, probably has more reps than anybody else I know, so she's very instinctive at the net with the ball.
Emily Stout rotates to the front line. Cacciamani goes to the back line. Over the top, ball could not be brought up. And the side out once again to Long Beach. Long Beach getting through the Mountain Regional, beating Southern, Arizona, Illinois, and Texas. And then in the semifinal, the 3-0 beating of Florida. Here comes Misty May. Already the NCAA tournament record holder in aces. Schoenfeld trying to work line. She hit it out. And it's 12-9. So Long Beach starting to get momentum, and Russ Rose has to take time out.
I think Russ right now wants to ice the server. Misty May, a very strong server. This is a point-scoring rotation for Long Beach. Russ also needs to inspire his outside hitters. So far, the 3 of them have not been as effective as he needs.
Key stat right now, 19 kills for Penn State, but they have made 18 errors, Heather, and that's way too many to win a title.
And 3 players right now, 3 starters hitting negative numbers, both Schoenfeld and Anderson, with more errors than kills.
And she has it all.
She does it all. And the amazing part is you watch her set and the touch on the ball. She did not set until she was a freshman in college, spent 4 years at Newport Harbor as an outside hitter.
Well, she's learned well under assistant coach Debbie Green, the settings coach and assistant for Long Beach.
And Russ Rose got out of his timeout what he wanted, and that was a service error.
12-9 game 2. Glad you're with us here on ESPN2. And Lindsay Anderson comes alive. She was the most valuable player in the Penn State Classic earlier in the year. She can get very, very hot. She made second-team All-America. She needs to step up. Into the middle. Good shot there by Benaishi Dillard. 12-10 is our score. Long Beach by 2. Dillard has 5 kills. Brandy Barrett back into the front line. Bremner, trouble, jamming down the line. May, back set, Walls, oh, is she powerful. Interestingly, she has a little baby. The father is a basketball player on the 49er squad, Antron Lee.
The 2 of them at home watching. Jamison did not travel this time, has actually gone on road trips, went up to UOP during the season with Veronica.
Jamison can pound, I heard. He can pound the cross. Long Beach 13, Penn State 10. Schoenfeld unable to terminate. Long Beach, oh, and Long Beach a little confused on that play. Penn State gets another opportunity. They need to kill one, and they do.
And Schoenfeld mixing it up with Anderson that time. The last 2 rallies, Anderson has stayed on the left blocking against Walls, and Schoenfeld has moved out on the right.
Schoenfeld and Anderson both hitting negative right now. And you know what that means if you're a volleyball fan. That means you have more errors than kills in your attempt package. Negative is not good. Plus 300 is very good. Bad pass. Bremner out of the back line. Cacciamani. This play has been very, very effective. And it works again. For Lauren Cacciamani, she has been the gun. 9 kills. And now going out will be Emily Stout, and coming back in will be Kalma Miller. Miller, the great semifinal, as Heather mentioned. Miller will serve. Good rotation. Off the hands. Brandy Barrett. Backing up talk. And pounding.
Brandy Barrett so improved over the summer, spent some time training with the USA National A2 team, then was hampered by a back injury, but it brought her a lot of confidence coming into fall camp.
Misty Carroll serving. Bad pass again by Penn State. And the tap down by Misty May. It is 14-10. First chance, game point, Long Beach. Anderson with authority.
And that is what Bonnie Bremner is asking for in every play. The beautiful pass sets up 3 offensive weapons, which will split the Long Beach block.
So now Anderson will serve. I think all the Penn State hitters have to hit more with a little more ferocity. You know, hit harder, try harder, bang the ball. Anya Rabovats playing with very painful knees. Whacks that ball down, and Brian Gimolaro's squad will have its second chance at game point. Long Beach has been so unbelievable this year, not only winning all their matches, but winning games in a row. 67 in a row. May sets it up sweetly for Benaisha Dillard, and that is it. 15-3, 15-10. Fans were wondering, could Penn State stay with the beach? Not so far, Heather.
Hitting errors have plagued the Nittany Lions. This is a team that hits .356 on the year. They're hitting .062, 18 hitting errors. A product of the outside hitters just haven't gotten anything going. And Emily Stout for Penn State is held without a kill so far. Then you look at Long Beach's middles. They have dominated, both hitting over 500. They've combined for 11 kills.
Chance to make history in this game for Long Beach. If they win it, they will finish undefeated and become the first NCAA champion to go undefeated. 2 teams have done it in college volleyball in the past when it was AIAW. The 1972 Long Beach team and the 1977 USC team. But nobody's done it NCAA-wise. And somebody is going to do it today. Misty May's squad with a 2-games-to-none lead. What adjustments, if you were Russ Rose, would you have made?
I'm sitting here looking at all my keys to beating Long Beach State, and it actually goes off my board onto 2 Post-its. It's huge. Many things that they can do. It'll be interesting to see what type of adjustments or matchup switches Russ makes for game 3.
Alvarado over the top, Bremner left side. Here comes Cochran. That roll shot will not work against Long Beach. That will. Benaisha Dillard down the line.
And that's already one matchup that they have changed. Dillard now matching up with Cochran. Dillard so effective on the slide. Schoenfeld wasn't stopping her. Now they'll give Cochran a chance.
Same matchups we had in game 2. Long Beach 2. Cacciamani. A powerful spike side out.
That's one thing that I think Penn State needs to do is vary the point of attack. Cacciamani hitting a lot in front of the setter in the first 2 games. That time going behind the setter just shows Long Beach a different look.
Checking in, number 15, Leilani Schlattfeld. Good serve ace.
Serving has been the one bright spot for Penn State. That the 3rd service ace, Long Beach with just 1. Long Beach usually has more aces than their opponent.
Left side, here comes Alvarado, and she cranks it right down over the head of Julie Bremner. 6 kills for Alvarado. The man who coached USC
right
back in 1977, 38-0. Folks say that is the greatest volleyball team of all time, and I agree.
6 All-Americans, now the head coach at Michigan State.
Yeah, and 5 of those All-Americans that went on to play on the Olympic team at one time during their career. There's Chuck, a veteran coach, one of the great minds in volleyball. Michigan State had a good year this year, but I believe upset by Pepperdine in one of the early rounds.
Exactly, one of the big upsets
Shocking
of the
upset.
tournament. Jenna Roble, a great senior season.
Veronica Walls is having hitting practice. Is she that open, or are they just misreading her?
Well, what's happening is the sets are so quick. Watch how low that is for a back set. The Penn State block just doesn't get there, leaves a wide open seam.
So far, Emily Stout, number 1, does not have a kill, and that goes over. May, right to Barrett. And Penn State has no answer at the moment for the Long Beach attack. When we said lightning fast at the top, we meant it. This is about as fast an attack as college volleyball has ever had.
And they're not the same. They don't get into any repetitions with sets.
Acciamani pokes it up. Someone touched the net, and they're going to call it on Long Beach. We're in the midst of the Kohl Center, beautiful building here in Madison, Wisconsin. Chris Marlowe and Heather Cox, glad you're with us. The NCAA championship final. It hasn't worked out quite like expected. Most people thought that this would be a competitive match. It has not been. Long Beach has just smothered Penn State so far.
Long Beach stepped on the court, and from point 1 has just been 100% all cylinders go. It's taken a while for Penn State to get into their rhythm.
Ball is dug. One thing Brian Gemilaro told me before the match, he said, we haven't been out-dug in 5 years. We have a great defensive team. Hard to argue with him. Ball is blocked. Penn State also has a great defensive team. Long rally here. Penn State back line. Cacciamani. Oh, another dig by Long Beach. That was Alvarado. Beach shovels it over. 3-1. Anderson. Back over the net. Here comes May. May sneaks it to Barrett. Long rally. Really long rally. Long Beach. May shoots it over. Bremner shoots it back. Going to get it. Here comes Dillard. A rally that could turn it around for Penn State, and they get it. I would say that was one they had to have.
Huge momentum boost for Penn State after some great defense. Didn't get the offensive swings they wanted, but defense won that rally.
3-1, it wasn't a point. Beach with a shank, here comes Grabovats. Cochran back in the left front, out of the back line, Cacciamani, and she thunders it. Penn State continues to serve. Down 3-2. Great pass, Dillard. Coming around is Barrett. Waiting to see if Penn State ever blocks Barrett, if they'll scream at her a little, but so far they haven't been able to. Right side, fantastic dig. May, she wants the ball. It goes to Walls instead. Bremner shoots left. Cochran. Was it in? Yes, it was. Substitution. Veronica Walls goes out. Chrissy Kirolf back in.
Here's Cochran off the hands of the block. Watch it roll off the tape, and that ball falls right into the court.
Long Beach up by 1, 3-2 in game 3. Cacciamani tip. Oh, and finally a tip goes down on Long Beach.
And Cacciamani is so good at a back row attack because if you watch her from the back row, middle back, she is actually leaving for her attempt before the set. She's already in motion before the ball is even in the hands of Bonnie Bremner. A huge, powerful back row attack.
13 kills for Cacciamani. Back set, here comes Barrett. Going to get it is Miller. Chance for a point, Cochran. Not yet, Kirolf right there, play action 3-2. Barrett was off balance, here comes Bremner. Back set, Anderson, got it. Lindsay Anderson, they're trying to get her numbers up over negative. She's still negative 76.
Nice tight set, splits the block, goes right in, a good quick arm swing.
3-3, Penn State has tied it up. Here comes Grabovats, dug up. Cochran, no, not that time. May blocks her back. Good action here at the start of game 3.
For a lot of people that think that Penn State has no chance of coming back, don't forget a year ago against Stanford in this very same match, down 0-2, came back to win games 3 and 4, ended up losing in 5.
Over the top and down. Once again, it is Lauren Acciamani, first-team All-America, junior from Paramus, New Jersey.
Who actually has suffered from exercise-induced asthma all year long, really struggled in practice yesterday.
Kiroff out of the back line, drills it, going is Miller, going! She can't get there. Wow, that was a big hit by Christy Kiroff. Interesting, Kiroff, number 1 in white. She doesn't play in the front line because her numbers are not that effective, but they love to set her in the back line.
Well, you watch her approach, it's a lot like a long jumper. Well, ironically, an NCAA caliber long jumper for the track and field team.
Nearly 19 feet. She was a 1996 All-American in track and field.
Not only the long jump, but the high jump, 5 feet 11, out jumps her height, also a javelin thrower.
3-3 in game 3. Obviously a critical one for Penn State. And Penn State, oh, they got a break. Their block was confused. Dillard hit it right out of bounds.
With all the crossing patterns offensively that Long Beach runs, Penn State's block has got to communicate. One person has to jump with Misty May, but sometimes it's the middle blocker, sometimes it's the outside hitter.
Cochran getting some advice from Russ Rose. Schlotfeld serves it. Shank pass. Should be a free ball now for Penn State. Chance to score. Penn State, Bremner sets quick. Acciamani, no. Grabovats. Bremner got it.
And Bremner's intensity is impressive. 4 kills, below her average, but she is so instinctive at the net. A nice aggressive swing, and she's willing that ball out of bounds.
Penn State by a couple. Schlotfeld serves out, so now Long Beach will get the ball back. Serving is Misty May. Kiroff is out. Veronica Walls back into the front line. Number 4, the lefty. May. Ace for Misty May. So she continues to add to her NCAA tournament leading total. A new NCAA record this year, 19 aces.
Such velocity on the topspin.
Breaking the record of Natalie Williams and shoving it through is Acciamani. So Acciamani brilliant in the front row, getting a lot of sets across the front line.
And with all of the side outs that we've had in this game, favors Penn State. Their game plan is to force Long Beach into more than 20 rotations in one game so that they run out of subs. So watching the end of this match, front row players will be playing in the back row.
Good point, Heather. Here comes Anderson. Misty May is there. Wall scooping, nobody there. Free ball coming up. 5-4, Penn State on the attack. Left side, one-on-one. And the put away, Carrie Schoenfeld, the junior from Portage, Michigan.
And it all started with Bonnie Bremner. Watch the set. She jumps. She holds 2 blockers, gets Schoenfeld one-on-one.
Long Beach coming right back. Menaishi Dillard with the tip. Menaishi Dillard this year hit .419. As a freshman, she hit .097. Much improved.
That's drastic.
So Dillard, who plays all the way around. A lot of middle blockers don't. She does. She'll serve it up. Good pass there. Bremner sets Stout. Stout still without a kill. May shoots long. Bremner back set. Anderson. Anderson looking a lot better now. Let's take a look. Is she up over negative? Not quite yet. But a kill nonetheless. She's at 0. So next kill, next successful kill, she'll be up over negative. Long Beach tentative. Penn State, Bremner in the middle to Stout. 6-4 is our score. Barrett blocked. Still haven't stuffed Barrett. Looking for the reaction. Here's Walls, and she is roofed.
They pull Misty May off the net, which allows Stout and Schoenfeld to read the set and get to the outside.
7-4 Penn State as Walls taps it straight down.
I think the best way to beat Long Beach State is to pull Misty May past the 10-foot line. So you have to serve tough and really break down the 49ers ball control.
Walls has been perfect so far. 7 kills, 10 attempts, no errors. Hitting .700. Here comes Anderson. Set was tight. Chance for a point. Walls over the top. Great dig. Acciamani got it up. Here comes Schlotfeld. May will set. Left side. Grabovats. Down the line she goes. Both she and Jessica Alvarado appear to see the block well and are able to adjust.
Well, it's very interesting that you should say that because Alvarado was right behind Grabovats on that attack and yelled, big hole.
Yeah.
So important for your partner opposite you, the other outside hitter, to talk it up and let everybody know what's available.
Cochran is back in, number 11 in blue. They try to serve her and it goes out of bounds. So the service error to Long Beach. 7-5 is our score. Penn State leading this game, but trailing in the match 2 games to none. Here comes Grabovats, and Grabovats hits it off the hands, out of bounds.
Interestingly, Grabovats from Croatia. Her parents had not been to the United States to see her play. Came a week ago, have been here throughout all of the regionals, all of the national championship, and it's really helped Anya to have a little piece of home here with her.
Christy Kiril with the serve. Cochran blocked. 7-5's the score. Cochran over the top. Kiril goes and gets it. Wow. Right to Misty May. Barrett tips it. Brenner's going to get a chance. She feeds it over to Anderson, and Anderson responds. Lindsay Anderson, the senior from Crystal Lake, with a big kill.
And there's Mr. and Mrs. Grabovats, Milan and Vlasta here from Croatia. The first time ever to see Grabovats play for the Niners.
Penn State up by a couple. Could get to 8 right here. They set Cacciamani, and Long Beach touched the net. Make it 8-5 as Penn State starting to get a little momentum now, and Long Beach takes timeout. We're going to come back. Renewed life, renewed hope for the Penn State fans. Their team up by 3. I'm Chris Marlowe, my partner Heather Cox. Hitting percentages season today.
When you look at those season numbers, that's number 1 and 2 in the nation. They have been offensive powerhouses all year, but today Penn State struggling with consistency.
Bad pass, there's a pancake by Misty May, that was good. Into the middle, they set Cacciamani, and she rocks. 16 kills for Koch.
You watch that hit and you understand why Russ Rose says, I think she could be a starter on the national team today.
9-5, Grabovats rejected by Cacciamani. So Lauren Cacciamani starting to take charge, and timeout is called. Game 3, Penn State fighting back. Nittany Lions 10, Long Beach 5. A record crowd here in Madison, Wisconsin, watching a interesting match. Long Beach State leading 2 games to none, but Penn State with the momentum so far in game 3, and you have to think of that woman has been the spark plug.
Just a junior, but has had such valuable playing experience last year, the year before. First team All-American this year, second team last year, putting up huge numbers, actually led her team in the semis against Nebraska, 20 kills in those 4 games.
Penn State just trying to win a game. Long Beach State has won 69 straight games. They've swept their last 22 opponents. So it would be a mental boost for Penn State if they can win a game. If they can't, they don't have to worry about mental anything. They'll go home. 10-5, Long Beach on the attack. Barrett, pretty good dig there. Brenner, Anderson's been hot. Not that time. Set was a little tight, and Grabovats was there. Assisted by May.
Grabovats getting a lot of action here, shutting down Anderson. A nice top block, turns her left hand in. The timing is perfect, and she's not drifting.
Melissa Ota is in, the defensive specialist. Into the middle, Cacciamani. That was a double. They didn't see it. And the put away. The ball rolled right up a Long Beach arm. Is that legal?
Bonnie Brenner is asking for a double. I think a lift is okay off a hard-driven attack, but not a double.
Yeah. Looked like kind of a scooper there. 10-6, now 10-7.
Watch out, Long Beach can get the momentum so quickly. As long as they get a really fast-paced style of offense going, they can score points in a hurry.
While we have a moment, let's congratulate Nebraska and Florida. We went off very quickly the other night. Florida and Nebraska, 2 terrific teams, 2 great coaches. Terry Pettit and Mary Wise, fantastic seasons. They didn't make it to the big one this year. But what seasons? As Christy Cochran goes over the top. So Christy Cochran thumps it through.
And how exciting to have a national championship where all 4 #1 seeds actually made it.
10-7's our score. Left side, Cochran. Alvarado right there. May jamming. Going to get it. Great play in the backcourt. Sliding was Emily Stout. Left side, Grabovats. See ya. Anya put the Grabovats on that one. Straight cross court.
Too steady, too consistent to have such a big seam. Penn State has to decide whether they're commit block or read block. When they're read blocking, they're not getting to close on time.
That was the second chance for Penn State to get point number 11. They had 2 swings, didn't get it. Here comes Cochran, and maybe they're setting her too much. Benaisi Dillard right there, along with Misty May, and suddenly it's 10-8. And timeout coming. Timeout charged to Russ Rose. So just when you think Penn State's getting a little momentum, the Long Beach State 49ers roar back. 10-8, game 3, don't go away. 10-8 is our score. Long Beach is trailing. Long Beach trying to wrap up the match. If they win this game, they will. 2 undefeated teams. Misty May pounds it. Scrambling, Bremner can't get there. If you're wondering about a sweep in the finals, the last sweep in an NCAA final, 1990, UCLA over the Heather Cox-led Pacific Kitty Cats.
Did we have to bring that one up?
No. Long Beach within 1, 10-9.
It was an honor to be playing in it.
Yes. that great UCLA team, the group that they called the greatest group in history until they lost to Stanford. Then anybody said, who cares about them? Grabovat serving. Good serve, great pass. Set left, Cochran off balance, and she puts it away. I'd like to see her hitting a little more line. She's hitting into the middle of Benaisi Dillard, and that's nowhere to go.
And that's a game plan for Penn State. Long Beach loves to channel the outside attacks to their left back defense because they're just so good at it. So if Penn State can start swinging line or even some deep seam corners.
Leilani Schlotfeld checks in. She's got a tough serve. Kurov handles it into the middle. Dillard blocked. Left side, Alvarado tipping. Chance for Penn State. Bremner, ill-advised. May. Block was there. Set left. Here comes Alvarado. And a dig. Chance for a point. They'll set Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld. Yeah. Carrie Schoenfeld. She hits hard. You got to hit it hard against Long Beach or it doesn't go down. 11-9, Penn State. Schlotfeld continues to serve, and it's a good one. Oh, and it hit the arms of Alvarado right up into her nose.
Penn State's serving game has been flawless in this match. 4 aces now. Not only the tough serves, but great areas to take Long Beach out of their offense.
Timeout called by the Beach. This is a little schnozzy tickler here for Jessica Alvarado.
Well, it starts so deep, so much time for it to float. You just want to get under it, and it just floats away from her.
That's what Russ Rose is looking for right now. Thinking about it. Can I win a game and get to game 4?
And I think that's the ticket, Chris. One game is going to change the entire complexion of this match, but Penn State, if they're going to do it, needs to do it now. Lauren Ketchiamani in her last rotation in the front row. Don't forget, she has been the go-to, the Terminator for Penn State.
Shank pass ace for Leilani Schlotfeld.
All season long, people have questioned whether or not Leilani Schlotfeld should come in for Christy Cochran. She is proving it right now.
3 aces this game. Benaisi Dillard. Ball is blocked. Someone touched the net for Penn State. That was a good call. Let's tell you our officials. Kathy Ferraracchio and Joan Powell. Hope I got that right. I butchered her name a few times this tournament. Ferraracchio. And Powell. Over the top, Grabovats has it. Great set. Here comes Alvarado. And it's dug up. 13-9 our score. Off speed, Dillard, May. May shooting it over. She's doing that too much. Penn State is on that now. Schoenfeld. Oh, what'd she do? Got to pass that ball. Set left, Alvarado. Both teams making some unusual plays. And the put away.
And Alvarado putting it away with 15 pins in her hand. Not only that, but a titanium plate holding that hitting hand together. Unbelievable when you look at her numbers. 8 kills, hitting 250 in this match.
Christy Cochran back in. Serving Misty May. May jumper coming. And it's a good one. Bremner sets. Oh, and the coordination not there. The set a little bit too slow that time. 13-11. Long Beach trying to catch up here.
And this is Long Beach's strongest point scoring rotation thanks to Misty May's jumper.
Long Beach State 35-0, Penn State 35-0, and timeout call. So both teams have used up their timeouts. And Russ Rose trying to slow down the momentum. He's a very calm and collected coach, isn't he?
Well, you talk about two different styles of these teams. Well, it's reflected in the coach. Brian Giamolero, a very active, intense coach, never sitting down. Russ Rose, on the other hand, always sitting down, always writing in a notebook, very calm.
All right, we're coming back. Can Penn State wrap up game 3 and get it to game 4? We'll find out right after this. Now Long Beach trying to do it as an NCAA team.
The wave for the beach.
Misty May will serve. 13-11 Penn State. Game is to 15. Penn State trying to hang on and win one. And Lauren Cacciamani has been brilliant. Last year was Terry Zamaitis. This year, it's Cacciamani.
And she just doesn't get distracted. But the bad news is Cacciamani now in the backcourt, not as offensively effective, can only use her as a back row attacker.
Walls. They finally dug Veronica Walls. Cacciamani off speed. 13-11 is our score. Long Beach. Ooh, that set was off the net. Chance for Penn State right here. They set left. Carrie Schoenfeld into the middle of the defense. Over to Dillard. Popped up. Going. And Penn State will shovel it over. Here comes Long Beach. Misty May, back set. Walls pounds it and puts it away. Veronica Walls, her career high is 13 kills. She already has 10. And we're in the midst of game 3 as Brandy Barrett checks back in. Now, Benaisha Diller will serve. Beach down by 2. Passes off the net. Back set, Cacciamani one-on-one. Great dig, Grabovats. And May will lob it into the bottom of the net.
That is one of the hardest hits in volleyball. I think a huge high set. You have so much time to wait for it coming across your shoulder. Tougher than it looks.
13-11, Penn State. Serving, trying to get to 14. Back set, Walls has been automatic, and she hit it out. She hit it out. And now Penn State has its first game point. Walls, wow, is she flying? That's for little Jamison.
That's a serious X-play. Nice crossing patterns. Russ Rose always in the notebook, charts every single touch made by his Penn State players.
Jessica Alvarado set to serve. Bremner into the middle, stout. Walls has it up. Beach can get a point. Walls off speed. Wow. Could have taken a rip of that one. Schoenfeld. Grabovats with a dig. Misty May into the middle. Barrett. Haven't blocked her yet. Walls out of the net. And the put away. Veronica Walls, the junior from Austin, Texas.
A lot of opponents struggle with her the first time they see her because as a lefty, a very distracting look, much different than a right-handed attacker.
Walls, 11 kills. She's hitting .473. 14-12 now. Bremner into the middle. Ball played up. Here comes Grabovats. Crowd didn't like it. I think it was okay. It was a bang-bang play. Here comes Cacciamani, and she's over the 3-meter line. Violation. Russ Rose complaining, looking for a double contact. You're allowed to play it off the block to the defense if you can. Bremner, remember both teams out of timeouts. Over the net, slam dig. Oh, Penn State. Wow, it looked like Penn State touched the net. Did they not? Oh, Brian Giamolero thought they did. Some pawing of the net, let them play. 14-13, Penn State. Another chance here. May shoots it left, Grabovats. And the put away, Anya Grabovats.
Hit such high hands, nice tool shots by Grabovats, and she's so disciplined, so calm. And this is the crucial point. Once you get to 14, it's anybody's game because you must win by 2.
Remember, women's volleyball, there are no caps anymore. Here comes Cochran, and she sneaks it through. Christy Cochran going right through the lock. And the crowd is up once again. The Wisconsin crowd in a Big Ten city pulling hard for Penn State. And Lauren Cacciamani is back into the front line. Blue 2. Penn State, 3rd game point. This could be it. A swing for the game. No, Kirov digs it. Grabovats out of the back line. Dillard out of bounds, and Penn State has broken through. The streak of 69 straight games is over. Penn State's Russ Rose back in it. More after this.